Hello, everybody. I'm Richard Osman. Welcome back to House of Games. All week, 4 famous faces are joining me to play a series of quiz rounds to get their hands on this trophy over there. Now, this week's players are Angela Scanlon, Clive Myrie, Sara Pascoe, and Rick Edwards. Welcome, one and all. Should we take a quick look at the leaderboard from yesterday?
Yes, please.
No.
It was by Rick Edwards' enthusiasm, you can tell what happened yesterday. It was a tale of two halves. This half, we had Angela and Clive.
The
Joint
bottom
third.
half.
Hey, bronze medalists, both of you.
Hey, I'll take this.
2 points for both of you. Sara Pascoe, 3 points. Just pipped at the post by Mr. Rick Edwards on 4. Rick, do you think you can keep this up and win the whole week?
I mean, I'd like to think so, Richard. I just worry I might have gone out too early.
It was an impressive performance. A lot of good buzzer work.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Clive was giving me a bit of a chat before we came on, saying, yeah, you have started well, but be careful. You're the one everyone's aiming for.
I was getting a few buzzer tips as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Buzzer tips, i.e. hit it. When you've got the answer, hit it.
Myrie's the king of psychology. That's how he does it. He's messing with your mind. Sara, so close last time against Rick. I'm going to go so far as to say it was quite competitive between the two of you. I know you were both trying very carefully to hide it, but occasionally...
I didn't notice anything.
Occasionally it came across, didn't it?
You could have told me before, like, oh, Sara, you're really competitive. I always thought, oh, that's good. And then when you see it in someone else, you realise how unattractive it is. Yeah. So I'm going to try and rein it back in.
Angela.
Yes,
Angela,
Richard.
3rd place last time.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Any new tactics?
Just know the answers, I think, would be really helpful.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Let's take a look at the daily prizes you're playing for today.
Ooh, yeah.
There's a trophy at the end of the week, but every day we play for daily prizes too.
Ooh, fingerless gloves.
The glove.
Clive, not just a fingerless glove. That's a pair of driving gloves.
Are they velvet or leather?
They are a peculiar mix of polythene, a kind
Rubber.
of, and rubber, yeah. There's a tankard there, a lovely alarm clock, a House of Games towel, and a House of Games picture frame. You do not need a picture of me in that, I promise.
I'd definitely keep that picture.
Oh, well, that's very kind
Yeah, I
of you.
think
That's
I'd
very
keep the
sweet.
picture
A double
too,
reminder.
actually.
Yeah. Shall we play our first round?
Yes.
OK, Edwards won yesterday. Pascoe wants it. Myrie wants it. Angela and I are going to have a nice time. We're going to watch the whole thing.
Excuse me, don't write me off just yet.
I'm not writing you off. This is reverse psychology.
OK.
I know how
can
you
always
work.
something.
I know how you work.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're playing first. Synonyms is our first round. Now, what we're going to do here is show you a famous quote from a movie, but we put that quote through a thesaurus. So it has the same meaning, but using different words. You just need to tell us the title of the film the quote is from. 1 point for each. This is not on the buzzers. Angela, we will start with you.
Okay.
So I'll show you the quote. You just need to tell me the name of the film that this quote is from.
OK.
If anyone gets one of their questions wrong, they are locked out and it will go to the buzzers for the other players. Angela, here is your first one. I perceive deceased individuals.
Sixth Sense. I see dead people.
Sixth Sense, is that right? Good start to the show. Sixth Sense, absolutely right.
Well done.
And I see dead people was exactly that. If you haven't seen The Sixth Sense, no need now. Clive Myrie, welcome back. Here is yours. What film is this quote from? We've changed the words, put it through the thesaurus. With a choice of every cocktail lounge in every urban area across the globe, she entered the one belonging to me.
Oh. Casablanca.
Casablanca, is it right? Of course it is. Well done, Clive Myrie.
Great.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. Sara Pascoe, you're going to do it today, right?
I hope so.
Here's your first one.
OK.
My desire is for you to depict me as you would one of your mademoiselles.
That's the film Titanic.
Is it? It is indeed. Titanic, well done. I want you to draw me like one of your French girls. Talking to French girls, Rick Edwards, welcome back.
Hello.
So let's take a look at your first synonym. No one installs toddler at an intersection.
Dirty Dancing.
Is that right? Oh, of course it's Dirty Dancing. No one puts baby in a corner. Angela, back to you. No one's got one wrong yet. I sense the desire for velocity.
I know the quote, but no, everyone's shamefully looking at me. You get your hand off that buzzer.
Right. Oh, we've got to be ready to go, haven't we?
No. OK, is it Back to the Future? No.
If it's not, we'll lock you out and then it'll be open to everybody else. Hold on. That is Clive Myrie. That's the way to beat Rick Edwards. Clive Myrie, what is your answer?
No one saw that coming.
Top Gun.
Oh, man.
Is it Top Gun? It is indeed.
Oh.
I feel the need for speed. Very well done, Clive. That's the best accidental buzzer press I've ever seen.
It was accidental.
That was essentially you just saying...
I've just got to do it all by accident now.
Clive, here's your next one. One intends to return.
Oh, it's...
You two on the buzzers.
Terminator.
Terminator, is that correct answer? Of course it is. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Sara Pascoe, here's your second one. What film is this? Rather than being the redeemer, in reality, this is an extremely incorrigible young man.
The Life of Brian.
Is the correct answer, Sara Pascoe. Very well done.
Well done.
Very well done. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. Rick Edwards. That's the last question in the round. What film is this from? The day after today is an alternative period of 24 hours.
So I can work out what the quote is, but I don't know the film.
No, I don't think I know it. You are locked out. Anybody else? Angela.
I only know the quote too.
Oh.
But I just thought if we lit it up, it would feel, you know, exciting.
So you don't know the answer?
No.
You are locked out as well. Sara Pascoe.
I'm guessing, is it Gone with the Wind?
Is it Gone with the Wind? Let's see. Well played. How about that? And also, might I congratulate you on hiding your competitiveness.
Yeah.
I'm suppressing it so much.
Let's take a look at the scores, shall we, at the end of our first round. Angela and Rick both on 1 point. We have joint leaders, Clive Myrie, Sara Pascoe on 3.
It feels good up here, right? Feels good. Yeah.
I wonder if by the end of the week we will break both of you and we'll just Angela will just be able to run through.
We might learn a lesson about ourselves.
Oh, I doubt that very much.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Shall we play another round?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
what have we got next? As always, our players don't know. I don't know what's coming up next. This button tells all. It is. Build your own question. This is a team round. As always, the player in last place gets to choose the partner. The player in last place today, Angela, is Rick Edwards. Oh, that's hurt me to say that. It's awful, isn't it? Terrible to see Rick languishing there in last place. So, Rick, you can choose a partner. I know you played with Sara yesterday. You're going to mix it up. Of course, you should play with whoever you think is cleverest.
Angela.
Thank you, Rick.
That's nice.
Who do
Sara
you
and
think's the
Angela?
No, hang on. Angela, if you had to choose between these two, who would you go for?
Just so we're clear, I'm not going down there even if you pick me. Pick. You made your bed now.
I'm going to make my bed, and you're going to lie in it.
I am not.
I'm going to say this has never happened before. That someone has refused to be on somebody's team. Angela, if I bring Rick down here to swap with Clive, are you happy to be on his team?
Sure.
Yeah. OK, Clive and Rick, have you changed places?
OK.
Peace offering.
Thank
so
you.
sorry. So sorry.
So Rick and Angela will be playing Sara and Clive. Now, this round is all about combining your strengths and combining your interests. I'm going to show you 8 categories, 4 on the left and 4 on the right. One of you will choose a category from the left-hand side. One of you will choose a category from the right-hand side. And I'll give you a question that combines the two of them. Let's take a look at your categories today. Balls, physics, sea creatures and the Clintons, animation, losers, red and the internet. Angela, for your team, without conferring, will you choose a category from the left-hand column?
Sea creatures.
You're going to go with sea creatures.
Yeah.
Rick, if you will choose a category from the right-hand column, I will combine the two and give you a question.
Animation.
Animation. So I'm going to give you a question that combines sea creatures with animation.
I've never seen Nemo, FYI, but let's see how we go.
Are you kidding me?
Here's your question. Which song, ostensibly performed by a Caribbean crab, won Best Original Song at the 1990 Oscars ceremony?
So when it says ostensibly,
Yes.
is there some controversy over whether a crab was miming?
The crab was animated. There was a lot of controversy over it, and it was a real man who had sung the song, it turned out. It was like the Milli Vanilli of its day.
OK. I still don't know the answer.
I do.
Oh, great.
Oh, hello. There we
Yeah,
go.
it's Under the Sea from Ariel.
Under the Sea, brackets, from Ariel.
Well, that's the movie. Ariel is the
Mermaid.
Or Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid. That one.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Was it Under the Sea?
I really hope it's Under the Sea.
Very well played, Angela Scanlon.
Team,
We're a
Angela.
great team, Rick.
Very well played. Sebastian the Crab.
That's the one.
Sarah and Clive. Sarah, something from the left-hand column, please.
Physics.
Really? Clive.
Losers.
Physics and losers. Physics and losers. Two expressions that have never been used together before. Let's take a look at your question. What type of subatomic particle must an atom lose to become a positively charged ion? It was easier when it was about singing crabs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No.
To become positively charged, you can't lose an electron. That's what I'm thinking. It must be neutron.
Yeah.
Let's guess
neutron.
neutron.
Neutron. Let's see. Is it neutron?
Oh, it's
Not,
electron.
I'm afraid. It's an electron. Angela and Rick. Rick, would you choose a category, please, from the left-hand column this time?
Yeah, I'm drawn to balls.
This is why we've had you on the show, Rick. So Rick is going with balls. Angela, what would you like to add to those? Something
Red.
Red. Here's your question. Traditionally, cricket balls are covered with red leather and have an interior made of what substance?
Wood is not it, is it?
I mean, genuinely, I'm sort of having things like concrete floating around in my head. So I'd take wood at this point.
Because they are
don't
heavy
think-
balls.
They are heavy balls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, go with cork? No, not heavy enough.
It's too light. Like, it could be a specific type of wood that has a bit of bounce in it.
I am going to have to push for an answer, I'm afraid. What is inside a cricket ball?
Well, which bouncy wood would you go for?
I would personally go with either ash or beech.
I like ash.
Okay, right, go for it.
I'm going to say ash.
Yeah.
Cricket balls covered with red leather have an interior made of what substance? You've said ash. The answer is... Oh, Rick Edwards.
my Lord.
You said it. You decided against it.
Oh, my Lord.
That is gutting. Clive, would you choose something now from the left-hand column?
I'll take the Clintons.
Having the Clintons. And Sarah, something from the right-hand column?
Animation. Yeah.
Sometimes I do
Nice.
wonder what the questions will be. What's the question
Yeah.
here? The question that combines those two things. In the film South Park, Bigger, Longer and Uncut, Bill Clinton declares war on which country?
It's a comedy film.
Absolutely no clue.
No,
It's a
no.
comedy film.
So I think Canada would be a funny thing for
It
Bill
would, wouldn't
Clinton
it?
to declare war on.
It would.
Or Russia
Russia.
at any time.
Canada.
Happy for you to list countries?
Unfortunately, I've listed the two I know. So it's over
I
to
know for a
Clive.
fact you know France.
That's true. I just remembered France. It might be France.
It might be France.
Should we say France? And then if it's right, Rick Edwards gave us the answer.
And that would be funny.
So
that-
we're going to
that
say
would be funny.
France.
Really?
France.
Goodness
Yeah,
me.
do it. France.
Or what if he gave you the wrong answer and you already had the right one?
Uh-oh.
Let's find out.
Canada.
Either way, we're
which
having fun.
country does he declare war on? Canada was the right answer, Sarah.
Very pleased with
Goodness
that.
me. It's Canada, the answer's there. Shall we see what's happened at the end of that round?
I'm not sure what happened.
We lost everything.
Rick and Clive, if you could change
Oh,
back to
swap
your
back.
original seat.
See ya. Well done.
Nice.
It was Canada.
Shall we take a look at the scores at the end of that round? Angela and Rick on 2
getting
points.
tight
Clive
now.
and Sarah Pascoe on 3.
Getting tight.
Who's going to walk away with those driving gloves, I wonder. Let's play our next round. What's it going to be? Z to A. I'm going to show you 3 words now which are all connected in some way, but the words are just going to appear letter by letter, starting from the end of the alphabet. So we start with Z, then Y, then X. As soon as you know the connection between the 3 words, buzz in, tell me the connection. I promise it gets simpler when you
Okay.
see the first one, Sarah. I guarantee you. Sometimes if it sounds complicated, it's usually easier to play.
Okay.
Right.
So watch the first one. There'll be 3 words. We'll fill them in bit by bit. As soon as you see the connection
see.
between those 3
Okay,
words,
Okay.
tell me the connection.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is it buzzers?
I love... Look, you two, like that, fine.
I
Those
think,
two...
oh, we're much further away from the screen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're just
Yeah.
leaning towards it to
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
things up a bit.
Angela, come
And actually,
on.
this is just a great place to rest your hand.
So fingers on buzzers. What are these 3 clues? You'll fill in letter by letter from the end of the alphabet. That is Clive Myrie.
Rolling Stones.
Oh, wow.
Are they members of the Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger, Keith Richards.
Yeah,
Sara
they are indeed. Well played, Clive. Very nice.
Genuinely, I had milk jogger. I was like, that's not a phrase I know, Richard.
Here's your next one. What unites these three clues? What's the connection here? Rick.
Parts of the body plus one other thing.
Is incorrect. Anybody else? Angela Scanlon.
Measurements. They're the measurements that you take to fit somebody's shirt.
Is incorrect, I'm afraid. Anyone else? Clive.
Measurements for a hoodie.
Sarah.
Parts of a wine bottle.
That sounds good to me.
so good.
I would have given you the points there if that hadn't come up. Let's take a look at what the actual answer is. Neck, waist, headstock. Parts of a guitar. Parts of a guitar. Well done if you got that at home. Let's take a look at our next one. What are these three clues? What connects them? Clive.
Cocktails.
Yes.
Is the correct answer. Manhattan, Singapore Sling, Moscow Mule. Very nicely done. What connects these three clues, please? That is Sara Pascoe.
Gifts from the 12 Days of Christmas.
Very impressive, Sara Pascoe. Absolutely right.
Finally.
Turtle doves, gold rings, and ladies dancing. What connects these next three clues? That is Sara.
Ballroom dances.
Is it ballroom dances? Incorrect, I'm afraid.
Oh.
We can keep going. That is Angela Scanlon.
Oh my, the letters in that. No, is it?
Yeah.
In that different alphabet.
Do you mean the NATO phonetic alphabet?
That one.
Is the
No.
right answer.
Yeah.
Is the right answer. Very well done. Foxtrot, Tango, and Juliet. Very well played. What connects these three, please? I like it when there's an X.
Good feeling.
That is Clive. Locked out, I'm afraid, Clive. You have to give us an immediate answer.
Oh, I do.
Rick.
Oxford colleges?
Is that right? It is. Balliol, Lincoln,
Well
and
done.
Exeter. Very well played, everybody. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of that round. Angela and Rick still on 3 points. It's so close here. Sara Pascoe on 4. Clive Myrie currently in the lead with 5 points. 2 rounds to go, and there's only 2 points between everybody in this one. It was competitive yesterday. Today,
Gloves
even
are off.
more so.
Driving gloves are off.
Driving gloves are off. Who's going to be putting them on at the end of the show? Let's see what our next round is, shall we? Put your finger on it. This is a game we're going to play on our tablets, please, everybody. So if you take your tablets out. I'm going to show you a series of photos now. I just need you to point to the answer on your tablet. So here is your first photo. There is your picture. And this is what I need you to put your finger on.
Oh, lovely.
That's
Jeez
Coldplay. I need you to
Louise.
point to the bass player. That is hard.
That is really hard.
Who
It's
is the
hard.
bass player in Coldplay? Everyone locked in? Angela, who's the bassist in Coldplay? Might as well be.
Yeah.
Clive, who have you pointed to?
He's the only one I haven't seen in the band, which means he must be at the back.
Sarah.
Yeah, I've gone for the same guy. That one.
Oh, it was Clive.
Yeah.
And Rick Edwards, who have you gone for?
Yeah, I've gone with old Basie.
Basie bass. Angela, chance here to get some points. Which of these is Guy Berryman, the bassist of Coldplay? Oh, well done. Well done.
It was a process of elimination.
Yeah.
I've seen the guy on the right, yours, Angela.
Yeah.
He does the drumming, I think.
Yeah, you had the drummer. Let's take a look at another picture, shall we?
Okay.
Here's your next one.
Yeah.
And this is what I want you to point to. The number 7 pin in a game of 10-pin bowling. The number 7 pin in a game of 10-pin bowling. Everybody is in. Angela, which is the 7 pin?
This is a bit of a stab in the dark now.
Yeah.
But I think the top Lone Ranger is number 10 rather than number 1.
9,
and then I
8,
went
yeah.
left to right.
Gotcha. Clive, you agree, disagree?
I disagree. Same kind of principle, but the other end, that one.
Okay.
I went from the back.
Okay,
Because
Sarah.
you'd be looking at it.
I've no idea.
Okay, so I know that number 1 is the first one.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's how they do it, right?
That's how they do it. And I know that it doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 along. I've gone right at the back there. That's where I think 7 is.
Wow.
This is fascinating stuff from everybody. I can't believe no one's got the same answer as anyone else yet. Rick, what have you gone for?
So I know it's one of two. I'm a very keen bowler, because the 7-10 split is grandma's teeth. When you knock down the 8 middle ones and then the 2 at the back on either side. Very hard split to take. It's a 7-10. I figured, probably looking at it, you'd probably count across as 7-10.
Yes.
So I've gone
got it.
bottom right looking at it.
Bottom right, looking at it.
I didn't
Okay,
know.
so
But it could
all
also be
4 of
bottom
you
left.
have gone for
different
different
ones.
pins.
Yeah.
There are only 10 pins. Let's take a look. Which one of those is the 7 pin?
Yeah.
Right answer.
Nice one.
And it was nice to hear it all explained like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Like a
Wasn't it?
detective.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
Like a detective.
Do you want to quickly ask what my top bowling score is?
Hold
or-
on 1 second. Yeah. I'll just be... Well, yeah. I'm told we don't have time. I'm told we don't have time. That is a shame. That is the end of that round. Shall we take a look at the
Oh,
scores?
no. The scores.
Oh, have I got 253?
3 points for Angela, 5 points for Rick and Sarah, and 6 points for Clive Myrie.
Clive is
Next round.
We have 1 round to go. Everybody
Very
can
tense.
win this. Tablets away, please.
Yeah.
The 2 keenies up the end there are both on 5 points. It was an incredible battle we had between the 2 of you yesterday. You are locked together now. Clive Myrie, you are our leader. You are a point ahead. Angela, you are just 3 points off the lead. Final round, always the same thing, and it is... Answer smash. I'm going to show you a picture and give you a clue. You need to smash the 2 answers into each other, please. So, for example, if I showed you a picture of Sarah and asked you for the name of a film directing duo, you would say...
Sarah
Pascoe
Pascoe
and Brothers.
Correct. OK, always smash those answers together. Points for each go.
Even though
You
it was a
two.
pretend one, we were both like...
Point for each correct answer. Lose a point if you give an incorrect answer. It is super, super close. And don't forget, we've got the trophy we'll be playing for on Friday. I'll be giving it to one of you. And today, there are those driving gloves up for grabs if you needed any further motivation. Fingers on buzzers. Your first category is this. American musicians. So those are going to be the pictures, and under them are the clues. Smash them together, please. Which 1989 film stars Tom Hanks as a man who adopts a dog to help solve a murder? That's Rick Edwards.
Tina Turner and Hooch.
Is that right? It is indeed. Very well done, Rick Edwards.
Wow.
Here is your second one. What type of vehicle was NASA's Curiosity, which was launched from the Kennedy Space Center on the 26th of November, 2011? That is Sarah Pascoe.
Bruno Mars probe.
It's incorrect, I'm afraid. You're locked out. Angela Scanlon.
Bruno Mars Explorer.
Incorrect, I'm afraid. Rick Edwards.
Bruno Mars rover.
It's the correct answer, Rick Edwards. Well done. Bruno Mars rover, Angela and Sarah, you lose a point.
Yeah.
Here is your next question. Which BBC show presented by Jenny Bond and Angela Rippon helped families uncover hidden treasures in their homes to make money? That is Rick Edwards.
Johnny Cash in the Attic?
Is it Johnny Cash in the Attic? It is indeed.
A much better show, by the way.
That is a fun one to say as well, Johnny Cash in the Attic. Here's your next category, desserts. Those are going to be the pictures, and we'll show you clues as well. Smash the answers together, please. Here's your first one. Which television presenter is best known for her work with Sue Perkins? That is Angela Scanlon.
Sorry.
I'm afraid you are locked out.
Are you kidding me?
Clive Myrie.
Done it again.
Krembulakov. Krembulakov.
Is incorrect. Rick Edwards.
Creme caramel Gidroich.
Is the correct answer. Very well done. Creme caramel Gedroich. Don't buzz in, wait 4 seconds, and then get buzzed out and then say, "Are you kidding me?" We can't. That's the point about buzzing in.
Did I wait 4 seconds?
Yeah, well, something like that.
Okay. You're ruthless.
Yeah. I'm known for it. Here is your next one. According to a well-known story, which Lord Mayor of London made his fortune thanks to his rat-catching cat? Rick Edwards.
Spotted Dick Whittington?
Spotted Dick Whittington is the correct answer. Here's your next question. Who wrote the 1982 book The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, aged 13 3/4? That is
Tiramisu Townsend, next one.
Tiramisu Townsend is the right answer. That's another nice one to say, Tiramisu Townsend. That is the end of that round. That seemed to go quite well for one of us, I think. Shall we take a look at who has won today's show? Rick Edwards stormed ahead in that final round. He's tough in that final round. Rick Edwards, what prize would you like to take home today?
You've been pushing these driving gloves, haven't you? But
You don't have to have it.
given that I've got the dressing
Yeah,
gown, if you go towel,
Hold
Yeah.
on a minute.
just belt and braces.
set.
Oh,
Get the
that's
full
nice.
set, no?
So you're going towel?
I think I'm going to go towel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Edwards wins a House of Games towel. Very nice.
You're never going to regret an extra towel.
I feel like he'll get real satisfaction from using that.
I think he would as well. I think he would enjoy that. Shall we take a look at the weekly leaderboards? Angela, 3 points. Clive, 5. Sara, 6. Rick Edwards out at the top there on 8 points. Thank you so much for playing today. We've got to beat Rick Edwards tomorrow.
I feel like the
That's
more
key.
we say that, the better you're
more-
making
the
him.
more
It's like
it
you're
motivates
feeding
him.
him.
Yeah,
the more powerful
We need to
he
start
becomes.
Feeding
being
his
like-
energy.
Yeah.
Goodness
Start doing
me.
lots of like, we're just here to enjoy ourselves. And isn't it the taking part that counts? Like that.
It's been lovely having you here today. I will see all of you tomorrow. I will see all of you tomorrow as well on the House of Games. Goodbye.